Yo, what is going on, guys? Bexio back, and today we've got Bitcoin news. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust unlock happened, and the price actually did move, but it didn't move quite as much as I think a lot of people thought it might have. This is the Bitcoin price here. You can see it right now at $30,704. But the biggest news is around like midnight yesterday, we came up to this level here and challenged it, but just couldn't stay above it, failed, and then the biggest fail is right here, crashing through 31,000. So right now, short-term price action, we're looking at, trying to get Bitcoin back above 31 and ideally getting it back above this level, 32,331, making this support so we can get back within these channels, because right now where we stand, there's not like any support stuff. I mean, 30k would be it, and after 30k it's gonna be tough to find short-term bounces, but that doesn't mean that there's that big should be scared and all this stuff. Short term, anything can happen. No one can predict the future for anything, but short term, big moves up and down could happen. But fundamentally, I think Bitcoin is doing great, and we can see that. We can look at the shorts data. So even though this Grayscale Trust unlock happened, the shorts are collapsing. Like, this was 16,000 when I last did a video talking about this, and it was 10,000 last night, around 9,000 when I checked it last night, and now we're at 6,700, so down 40% for the day. And the longs continue to grow, over 53,000, up 1%. So even though we're seeing the price fall down, we're actually seeing a lot of people buying and longing Bitcoin and not shorting it. So you can see here's these longs. I mean, just really skyrocket and then trending upwards here. The total longs and stuff. We go to the end, we're almost at 10% short. We were at 25% at the beginning of all these like massive shorts and stuff. Now we're getting much lower, and people aren't shorting Bitcoin as much. So that could tell us that, lots of people think 30k or even maybe around 31. If we wick down and get quickly above 31, then we could say 31 is a good support. But 30k, people are thinking that it's, pushing Bitcoin below that. It's been tried and it rebounds every single time. So maybe people are starting to think that, 30k is a very strong support level. And we've got this chart right here showing the Bitcoin drawdowns, how long they lasted, how bad they were. And you can see the 3 marked here. This one right here is where we are. So there's 4 marked. But this one's where we are right now. And people are comparing this dot to this one right here from 2013, which lasted 197 days and bottomed around 69%. But even if we bottom higher than that, but go over and last another, we'd be about halfway through this cycle right here, this drawdown. And from 2013, saw the price, after this drawdown stopped, it absolutely blew off, had a blow off top, and then, went from there. But that's what a lot of people are comparing this drawdown to right now. We've been in it for, I think, almost 100 days. And right now, if it was to do the same thing as 2013, which every market's different, no market is even close to the same, but if it was to be similar, then we'd have another, 100 days roughly to go and trade around these levels, trade probably between $30,000 and $40,000, and then at the end of that, see a huge blow off top, maybe see Bitcoin run to 6 figures, maybe to 200,000-300,000 before seeing a drawback from those levels. And in times like this, you really need to pay attention to what whales are doing and what the people with a lot of money are doing. So right now we're seeing whale accumulation happening. So you see whales have been buying the Bitcoin dip heavy the past 2 to 3 weeks. This is what accumulation looks like. This is this chart showing whale activity and when they're buying, and you see big buys in this whole zone here. So 30k, about that 30k level, maybe even getting closer to like 35k. There's still massive buying, but when whales buy, they're going to do it small at a time to try and not rifle up any prices. so they can continue to accumulate as much as possible before a big run up in price. So, watching the whales, watching people who have a bunch of money buying dips and they're doing it slowly, we could see a drawn out, thing like 2013 where we went for 200 days almost at these levels, where there's going to be immense fear in retail and in like everyday investors, where they are selling their Bitcoin, fear selling, panic selling, and they don't even realize that whales are buying Bitcoin and they're doing it slowly to not impact prices and stuff. But if we see a bigger thing play out, I think 2013, seeing another like blow off top later in the year is something that's completely viable, where once the whales are happy with what they accumulated, we could see a nice blow off top. But people, if you have Bitcoin, if you believe in Bitcoin right now, you should not even be thinking about selling it. You should be thinking about buying more, or at very least holding your position, holding your Bitcoin, not, selling it. Don't give it away. The history of Bitcoin is way too good to just say, done with Bitcoin at 30K, when literally probably 2 years ago, if someone would have told everyone who was involved in Bitcoin that Bitcoin had crashed to 30K, they would have been like, what do you mean crash? Like, Bitcoin's $3,000, $5,000 right now. That's not a crash. So people are just very short-sighted when it comes to, investments in general, but especially Bitcoin and the price moves. And you still got news like this coming out of Turkey to introduce cryptocurrency bill in October 2021. Countries are still getting into crypto, still getting into Bitcoin, still passing laws and getting bills done. So the adoption continues to take place, and that's what you got to look for and look out for right now, is the fundamental growth, the adoption of Bitcoin, and what the future looks like, and not focus on this short-term price action, these price moves. Whales are accumulating right now and retail is selling. That should tell you all you need to know, is this is going to be a short-lived price action. And short-lived doesn't mean a couple days. It could be a couple months or a few months. But by the end of the year is when I think we'll see another big rally in Bitcoin, and see it like have another blow off top, or at least a big rally to new all-time highs, like in 2013. But what's going on now is just great adoption. On-chain analytics. You look at people like Willy Woo, looking at on-chain. He's bullish. All of the OG Bitcoin guys who are on-chain metric guys are bullish. The only people who are bearish are people on Twitter, who are probably upset that they sold at like 28K during the run up before 60K, and want other people to, or want to sell, get them to sell so they can right their wrongs and buy Bitcoin again, lower what they sold it for, and feel good when that opportunity might never come. And then finally, we've got Elon Musk here to talk Bitcoin with Jack Dorsey at the B Word conference, and this starts on July 21st. So this is going to be like a conference. I don't know if it's going to be like a debate, but at least a discussion about Bitcoin and what Bitcoin is and can do and all that. And from everything Jack Dorsey's doing, we know that he is a very big proponent of Bitcoin. He likes it. He continues to build on Bitcoin. He's building DeFi for Bitcoin with an open protocol, or an open software, open source company that is going to use Bitcoin, and they're going to create a DeFi type like atmosphere on Bitcoin. And he's doing a hardware wall on Bitcoin that's all open source. Everything that is about it is open. So he is diving into Bitcoin head first. Him, Michael Saylor, are leading this like Bitcoin billionaires, or Bitcoin, insanely rich people type of movement, where they're building on Bitcoin. They see the value there, and they're continuing to expand the Bitcoin business. And that's just what you need. And that's still fundamentals. That's not going to appear in the price for, the net until those companies launch and start working. So you got to think, do you think that these Bitcoin companies are going to go on and be something big, being run by, Jack Dorsey, Michael Saylor? Elon Musk is, does he like Bitcoin? Does he hate Bitcoin? I think he wants to control his little Dogecoin crypto. That's why his profile picture is Doge eyes, which not many people are doing. But I think that the future of Bitcoin is absolutely great. The fundamentals are screaming bullish. The adoption continues. People continue to build on Bitcoin. Everyone that says Bitcoin's slow and old tech, they have no idea what the Lightning Network can do. They have no idea what people building on Bitcoin can do. Layer 2 solutions and just businesses on Bitcoin. Things are coming and everything is looking great for the future of Bitcoin. And we've got the Bitcoin hash rate continuing to chug along, come up, miners starting to come back up, everything starting to come back. Once we see this kind of recover a lot more, we'll see more price action and stuff to the upside, I think. But that is about it for Bitcoin. You know, businesses continue to be built on it. Adoption continues. Fundamentals are great, and on-chain analytics are great. So short term, who knows? Long term, bullish on Bitcoin. So as always, guys, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. See you guys in my next video.